the natural that I am.
Hi, and welcome to Tam Coc on the outskirts of Ninh Binh here in Vietnam. This morning we took a bus from Cat Bar Island, thank you Jade, Cat Bar Islands, and it was another one of those really good services where you just pay one fee and they just get you there. This time, instead of it changing to a speedboat, the bus was driven onto a car ferry, so it was nice to do something a bit different. Got us in about 5 hours. Yeah, can't say much more about it really. And yeah, now we're here in, well, I mean, what looks like Halong Bay again, albeit on land. We are surrounded by these karst mountains. So if you were to add just some water here, you could be mistaken for it being Halong. But this is kind of what this area is famous for, and it's the reason why we're here.
Having checked into our guest house, we went on a wander and almost immediately came across one of the main activities to do in this area. Exploring the scenery by rowboat is a big deal here, as you'll soon see.
It's tea. Bubbly tea. So what we were reading earlier is that this used to be the sea. Or at least this used to be in the sea. Which kind of explains why it looks so much like the scene in Halong Bay. Because it basically is the same thing.
It's our first full day in Tam Coc, and we've come to arguably the area's main attraction, Trang An Landscape Complex, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site that's famous for its rowboat tours.
So there's 3 routes that we can choose from. The most popular are routes numbers 2 and 3. I think Jade is trying to decide which to go for, which is always not necessarily a good thing. Because she has crippling FOMO. It's like being in a theme park. They have all these queuing systems, and in this room, didn't get it on camera, it's just a massive room of queuing systems. So during the peak season and at weekends, it must be mental here. This queuing system just keeps going and going. We've arrived on a Monday during the winter, so gosh, so no queues at all. Xin chào. Would you like some life jackets?
I think you have to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have.
Thank you.
Yeah, oh, you have to.
Thank you.
Okay.
Anh lấy cái lớn này anh ạ.
This is small for me.
Oh, is it too small?
This one bigger?
Some of them just use their feet to throw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which one did we decide upon?
You have one daughter?
It's our first stop. Goodness me.
After a short wander around, we get back on our boats.
Where are you from? England.
Next temple stop. So this to us seems quite busy, but I mean it isn't. I can imagine that during the peak season this is absolute bedlam here.
If you video me, you pay me 100.
That was in Disneyland. In California? Yeah.
Turned out you needed to pay a little bit extra to go to the ancient village, so we could just explore the temple complex, which appears to be undergoing some maintenance. What did you think, JD?
Oh, that was amazing.
It was amazing, wasn't it?
We had a really nice lady
Yeah.
rowing our boat.
Yeah.
She was very smiley.
Yes, she was.
She didn't really have any English, but she was pointing out what things were, what to take photos of.
Yeah.
It just little snippets of words that she was saying. That was really nice. Yeah, it's fun. We went through caves, saw some temples,
Well worth it, eh?
beautiful scenery.
Yeah, so
Currently,
stunning.
one of the King Kong films is filmed here.
Yeah. Skull Islands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fabulous. Yeah, I mean, certainly expensive. One of the more expensive things we've done on our trip.
Expensive.
But yeah,
Less than £10 each.
Yeah. So it's
For,
expensive
like,
for
about 2.5, 3 hours. total.
Yeah. I mean, well worth it. Well worth it. And we can recommend Route 2, yeah?
Yeah, Route 2 was good.
Yeah.
Time to get back on our scooter and head to our next attraction.
We go, got our tickets to go on one of these little fun buggies. Yeah. Shout and stop at us to tell us to do exactly what we're doing already.
We're at Bái Đính, an enormous spiritual and cultural complex comprising numerous temple buildings across a 700-hectare estate. It's so large that these shuttles are provided to help you to get around.
Come on.
Entrance to the complex is free, with optional charges for the shuttle and entrance to the 34-metre high pagoda. By the way, don't be tempted to buy the pagoda ticket in advance. It's much cheaper to buy your ticket once you're inside the complex. With the sun beginning to set, we head back to our guest house in Tam Coc.
Oh, look at all lit up.
On our way back, we pass by the entrance to Trang An.
So we're at Ninh Binh Bear Sanctuary. It's just outside of Tam Coc, so I think it's about 35 kilometres away from where we're staying. So we came here by scooter. The road's kind of fairly okay, just the last bit was a bit rough getting here because we are kind of in nature, kind of maybe more of a natural habitat for these bears. So they are black bears here that are native to Vietnam in this region. And they've been rescued from things like biofarms or people that have been trading or keeping them illegally, maybe as pets or trading them for things involved in Eastern medicine, like bear paw or bear paw soup as well. So these bears have been rescued. There's veterinary services on site, so they're kind of treated and looked after. What I'm not sure about, because I didn't read it, was whether any of these are able to be released. Probably not, because the length of time that they stay, that they've kind of been held captive. So I think they're staying out their days here, but it's a really lovely sanctuary. Four Paws, kind of international organisation that has sanctuaries and stuff around the world relating to different animal species. They operate this, so it's a well-funded operation. And right now we're on the Skywalk, so it's free to come here, but you pay for the Skywalk, so you pay 50,000 dong, which is about £2 to go on the Skywalk, and it's actually pretty long. Or you can also pay for a guided tour to go inside more of the internal kind of parts of the sanctuary, to kind of get a bit closer to the bears. And how much was that? 150,000, sorry, the zero's quite confusing. 150,000. We would have done that, but the next tour isn't till 1 o'clock. They don't advertise kind of tour times in advance. I think it's when the staff are available, because I imagine they're involved in actually caring for the bears here. Yeah, so we might not have time. And the other really great thing about this place is their cafe on site is vegetarian. So I just think it's really great that when you have sanctuaries and things involving animals, that they don't contribute to the exploitation of other animals in their cafe. It'd be a bit hypocritical to say don't eat, bear paw soup and stuff like that. But yeah, eat cows, that's fine.
This is such a great facility. And it's so lovely to see the bears seemingly very happy, playing, interacting with one another, foraging for food in their very large enclosures. Of course, it's also sad that they have to be here at all. But the life they have now is so much better than the life that they had. If you're staying nearby in Tam Coc or Ninh Binh, then do make sure you come along and support this fantastic project. Oh, hello. On our way back from where we've just been,
Which you've already forgotten. The Bear Sanctuary.
the Bear Sanctuary, we've stopped off at Hoa Lu Ancient Capital. An ancient capital dating back to the 10th century, and it's packed with temples and fortress ruins. And now we're just wandering around that. I'm so sorry. I'm tired. I'm really tired. All this exploring is very tiring.
I'm just going into a whinging monologue now. It's clearly not the natural that I am when we talk about places that we're visiting. So
yeah, but you absorb information. You're like a fact sponge.
Yep.
Yeah. And then you've got this uncanny ability to just blah, blah, blah. Whereas I can't do the talking of words.
No, but you do good hand movements. All the gestures. Tell me you're Italian without saying you're Italian. Right, let's go and explore some more.
In our next video, we're catching a sleeper bus to the city of Hue.